Good morning. Today I am going to show you one of the very important feature of Excel called as a data validation. Let's say you have this cell where you would like to take the data from the user only from either USA, Australia or India. How can I do that? If you allow the people to freely edit it or put it using a keyboard, people are going to enter something like this or something like probably this or something else as well. You don't want this to happen. How can you restrict the people from entering anything other than these three countries, that too in a very specified manner? Let's see. Keep a cursor over here, go to data, go to data validation and click on data validation. On that you are going to get this window asking for settings. In settings, choose list. Now in a source, choose these three options. You could have put it over here also, these three names by separating them by comma. But this is the more efficient way of doing it. So just say okay. Now if the person wants to enter something like this, he'll be stopped. Okay. He can enter this or he can choose as well from here something like this one or this is a pretty straightforward. Let's see the some complicated part of it. Complication comes in once you see that you have a very extended requirement where the requirement is something like this, that if a user is selecting say India, in a next cell he should be allowed to enter the only cities from India, or from USA then he should be allowed to enter the cities from USA only. Let's see, I want that requirement over here, so I'm going to highlight it. There you go. Okay, now here I want the cities based on the country entered over here. How can I do that? In order to do that, I have to name the certain range. How can I name the range? So I select it, and to this particular I give a name over here in a name box. So this first range I'm going to give the name called as a US and press enter. Same way, this one I'm going to give a name called as AU because they are the cities from Australia. And lastly, these names because they are the cities from India, so I'm going to say IN. All I have to do now is build a condition that will allow me to choose this range dynamically. How can I do that? There's a small condition for that is this. This is a cell B2. So I'm saying if B2 is equal to USA, then the list that I want is only US. If this B2 that is the has the value Australia, then I should be allowed to choose the cities only from Australia, that is the list AU. If this B2 has the value India, then I should be allowed to choose the cities only from this list, that is the IN. Let's see how does this work. So I select this condition, copy it, and I put it over here. I go to data, I go to data validation. Once again, data validation for list. Now I can put this condition as well. Now I'm going to say okay. Now let's see. I choose here Australia, and let me see what cities are going to get populated. I choose here from say India, and let's see what cities I'm going to get it. Okay. One thing about this condition you might have observed is that when I'm giving an input condition, certain values are in inverted commas whereas certain are not. Very simple rule is that whenever you are talking about the value within the cell, you put it as inverted commas, whereas anything that defines the name, either name of a spreadsheet or a name of a cell or a name of a range also, you don't have to specify within the inverted commas. Thank you and wish you happy excelling.